There is a reason that budgies are such popular pets. They are playful and attentive, but it's not always a good idea to keep one, especially if you are motivated by purely selfish reasons. So, to help you out, we are going to talk about some situations that don't warrant you getting a budgie. So, if you have been on the fence about this decision, you have come to the right place. We have all the answers you seek. Don't get a budgie for these reasons. To give your child as a present. While a budgie can easily be your child's best friend, these birds should not be given to kids as mere presents. Since they require a lot of time and energy, they should only be given to children who are keen on getting a budgie and are prepared to commit to the journey. Otherwise, things could go downhill for the bird. For instance, when you first bring one home, you're going to have to give it a little bit of time to adapt. And since children are usually so excited when they first get a pet, it can be difficult to get them to go easy on a new budgie. Eventually, this can scare the budgie. Also, most children don't know how to properly handle and feed budgies. They can easily manhandle them and even forget to feed them, leading to health issues. So, before you get any child a budgie, always ensure they actually want one and teach them how to care for it. Even tasks that seem as trivial as changing out the budgie's food and water should be taught and monitored during the first days of a new budgie's stay. And when it comes to handling the bird, you're going to have to physically show your kid how to do it and even tag team it with them for the first few times. Ultimately, if your child is not committed to taking care of a pet and spending lots of time with it, you should not get them a budgie. You feel lonely, but you work all day. Another terrible reason to get a budgie is to combat your loneliness, particularly if you work all day. As we have mentioned before, budgies require a lot of attention. They are happiest when you spend hours with them in a day. So, if you work all day, there is a high possibility of your budgie getting lonely or depressed. You should only get this bird if you know you have sufficient time to feed and socialize with them. As a starter bird, just before getting bigger. Since budgies are smaller and cheaper than other birds in the parrot family, many people buy them as beginner birds. But this is not an accurate assessment of this bird's needs and value. Not only do budgies require a lot of care, but they also have a lot to offer. They are gentle, playful, and can even learn how to talk after a while. Also, they can live for 7 to 15 years if well taken care of. But if you only see them as practice for your real pet, it is easy to get bored of them and get them adopted after a short time, especially after you've gotten a bigger bird. Worse still, it can lead to neglect of the bird and failure to take it to the vet when necessary. No matter how you look at it, it's a bad idea to get a budgie as a challenge to yourself. If your only aim is to prove that you can tame and play with a budgie, you won't be able to keep at it for long. As soon as you achieve your goal, you will get bored. On the other hand, if taming the bird becomes too difficult, you may return it to the store to be companions of your other types of pets. While budgies are quite sociable, luckily for the most part, budgies get on well with other small birds. They can even be fine with large birds, as long as they don't invade their space. Non-carnivorous pets like rabbits and hamsters don't faze them either, unless they are unusually mean. Otherwise, these animals tend to ignore budgies and go along with their daily routine. As long as your budgie is not cheeky, all should be well. Surprisingly, budgies get along with dogs too, building an easygoing relationship that can last for years. As long as your dog is not obsessed with chasing and killing other animals, a budding friendship can grow. There is one thing you should keep an eye out for though. Dogs are naturally curious and will want to check out the new pet. So, to ensure a seamless transition, you'll have to find a way to reduce your budgie's anxiety while allowing the dog to check him out. No matter which type of pet you already have though, don't just surprise them with a budgie. First think about whether you truly want a budgie, if you have the time to take care of them, and if you are ready to prepare your other pets for their new housemate. You should get budgies to make friends with them. If you're genuinely looking for a pet that you can make friends with, a budgie is a great option. To effectively bond with them, you're going to have to be patient though. You could start by simply sitting near their cage for the first few days and talking to them. You could talk about the weather or even chat about your workday. This will help the budgie get acquainted with your voice. Afterward, try putting your hand in your bird's cage and see how they react. If they seem okay with it, keep gently moving your hand closer and closer as the days go by. If not, remove your hand and try again another day. When your bird is finally comfortable with your advancements, now you can bend your finger and offer it as a perch for them to stand on. This is a solid sign that your budgie now trusts you and opens up a multitude of opportunities for you two to bond. Eventually, you will be able to take him out of the cage and set up convenient porches for him in other parts of the house. Spend time with him playing, making him daily company. If you enjoy playing and spending time with budgies daily, it is a good idea to get one. These birds truly enjoy this and thrive in your care. Also, they will add some love to your daily routine. Get him a better and longer life. Anyone willing to prioritize their bird would be a great budgie owner. With all the diseases and issues that these little birds face, such people are the only ones who guarantee them a better and longer life. So, if you're thinking of getting a budgie, be sure you're going to stay committed to feeding, cleaning, and regularly taking this bird to the vet.